Peeps. I'm back with another one of my fresh and the fixed videos, which is where I take some fresh elements and some already fixed elements and throw them together and just make a quick and easy meal. It's also where I just throw the camera on the counter and just show you what I'm cooking for dinner. So quick, easy. But the dish is basically starting from this awesome vegan find, which is this Asian chopped salad. It's pre-made, so all of the cabbage is chopped. It's got cabbage, carrots, celery, green onion, cilantro, wonton noodles, sliced and toasted almonds with a sesame ginger dressing. So it's got the cabbage and the dressing and the crispy toppings all separated into individual bags, but it's all in one, so you can just, pop it open, kind of toss it and leave it at that if you want, or you can kind of add to it as I have, which is what I like to call the fresh and the fixed, a little bit of each. So I'm gonna take that and add to it some baby spinach, just because I like a little bit of darker greens, mixed greens, just to kind of add it up, keep it interesting in there. I also like to have a good variety of lettuce. I'm not a big fan of like those spring mixes where they've got lettuce that is very much leaf-like and rigid and stems, sticks, the kind of stuff that doesn't have a good mouth feel. And so I mix in a little bit of that too. Obviously I don't have a lot in this bag, as you can see. So I'm just going to add in what I have. Simultaneously cook the mandarin orange chicken by Gardein in the oven. I cook it at 425. It says for about 15 to 18 minutes on the back of the package, but I like it really crispy, so I tend to cook it for about 25 minutes, so adding 7 to 10 minutes on there, and I just find that that works really good. The interesting thing about this recipe is that I take the sesame ginger dressing and the mandarin orange chicken sauce from this, and I combine them in a large bowl with the lettuces to have that be the dressing. So I'm combining both sauce packets to make one dressing. I'm not dressing the chicken and then mixing that in, but I'll show you that. And some vegetable broth and your favorite kind of udon noodle. So I've got these three, and I've already tried the fine udon, organic fine udon Asian pasta, and I've tried the organic wide udon Asian pasta. The wide one is very much like a linguine, but thin, like a pappardelle. And in general, I'm just a fan of these noodles because they use what seems to me to be great ingredients: organic heirloom wheat flour and sea salt. And I'm guessing water. That's the basic ingredients to make these noodles. And with that comes high protein pasta, and obviously, you're getting some fine grains there, some whole grains. Our package, it's 270 calories per serving and 9 grams of protein per serving, and there's 3 servings in each. So you're looking at a good 27 grams of protein in this one package. And the cool thing about this too, as you'll see when I decide which one I'm going to use, they don't have you guess on what's a serving. Each serving, there's 3 little bundles on the inside of the package, is bound by a little piece of paper, so you can just easily take it out. Pasta is one of those things that I absolutely have to measure typically with my kitchen scale because I can really overdo it and easily serve myself 3 servings of pasta, which is delicious, but not necessarily what I always want to be doing. I think I'm going to try the round udon, which is much more like a ramen noodle, and it even looks like it on the packet. Start by cooking it in a pot of vegetable broth and water. I mix the two so that way, since I'm adding a little butter, little vegetable broth, and it will be your basic noodle bowl, but a little jacked up on spices and flavors. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how it works. The only things you're going to need in addition to your noodles and the ingredients I've laid out here is a pan with a piece of parchment paper to cook the chicken, a large bowl for mixing your salad, a pot to boil your noodles, and obviously a strainer, and a couple, utensils to mix it. But I've preheated my oven to 425, and I'm going to start with the thing that takes the longest, which is cooking that chicken. So I'll take my sheet of parchment paper, and a good tip, one thing that I like to purchase is this brown parchment paper. It's advertised as being unbleached, so you're not going to be leaching any chemicals into your delicious roasted goods. And again, this sauce packet comes inside of the chicken. It's the mandarin orange one, but I'm going to use it as half of my salad dressing. So I'm just going to set it to the side and take our little chickens and put them in the oven. And again, like I said, I'm going to set a timer and have these cook for about 25 minutes, but I'll set the timer to go off at 18 minutes, and that's really good in case some people don't like things as crispy as you do. And then also if you want to flip them, it'll give you a good time to flip and still have some minutes left over. So let's go ahead and get our noodles going. I'm going to set my oven on my stovetop burner on high. Half tin of broth, so about 16 ounces. And then equally as much water. Okay, I actually did 16 ounces of broth and 24 ounces of water, so a little more water. And a little bit of butter. Just, a little teaspoon of butter into the water. And put them in. Alright, so now that we've got the noodles in the boiling pot, the Asian chicken salad bag. So for that, I'll just gather my scissors. Okay, so I've just went ahead and put the Asian chopped salad bag into a bowl, and I've taken out the crispy wonton strips and the almond slivers, and I'm just going to set them aside with the dressing that comes in the package and the other mandarin orange chicken dressing that was for the chicken. Set those aside while I go ahead and prepare my salad the way I want to see it with my blend of lettuces. So I'll go ahead and start with adding in my butter lettuce, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring over my baby spinach and add that in. One thing I do, which you may do or not do, make sure this is good spinach, is cut off the stems. I don't like stems in salads. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate. I feel totally comfortable serving this to just about anybody I know that likes a good Asian bowl. And take a couple forks and, toss this. And try not to set your lettuce on fire. And my chicken is good to be tossed. Now at this point you have a couple decisions. You could make like more of a soup with your noodles and keep them like that, or you could drain it and have more of just a noodle bowl with, a nice Asian salad kind of on top of it. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. Alright, so I just went ahead and flipped the chickens, and they're looking really good. So delicious, so golden. I'm going to go ahead and just put them back in the oven for about 5 more minutes and drain my noodles. Okay, so now we've got our noodles drained. You can see that delicious flavoring on the side. Oops. I'm throwing them all around. let's go ahead and just do a tad bit of butter to keep version of vegan butter. And I do this because the non-whipped Earth Balance, I love them, I like them, they're good, but it's so thick and heavy, it's hard to get like that light coating of butter on anything, because you feel like even if you take like a little sliver off the top, which I tend to do, you're getting a ton of butter, and it's just like it's thicker. This way it just makes it lighter. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna now dress our salad. Just go ahead and do a nice even coat. I do like to kind of whoosh these up a bit. And go ahead and put that one in. The Mandarin chicken one is a lot more watery, whereas the Asian chopped salad dressing was more thick. Not that really matters, but you can kind of keep that in mind, especially if you're really calorie conscious and you're watching your dressings. I know some people like to put their dressings on the side. I am never that person. I am always one to go crazy and have salad soup of sorts, a ranch, vegan Caesar salad soup, or vegan ranch salad soup. But sometimes I care. Sometimes I watch that. So if you do, kind of keep that in mind. You'll get more salad covered as far as like surface area and stuff if you start by drizzling on the Mandarin orange sauce for the chicken, and then go with your thicker one a little bit later on. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start to combine these. And I typically just have myself and whoever I'm eating with just kind of combine it on their own plate, just so that way nothing gets unnecessarily soggy, and people can kind of arrange their bowls how they want. You could do a base of noodles, throw the salad on top, and then some chickens on that, or you could do a base of salad, which is how I prefer, and then throw some noodles and some chicken on top of that. But the one thing I do before finishing it off is add my crispy bits to the top here. And again, you can go ahead and Alright, Veg Peeps, so there we have it. We've got another fresh and fixed in the bag, and I've got some delicious dinner. I've got my Asian noodles, my delicious chicken, and my Asian chopped salad with the wonton noodles, almonds, different cabbages, spinach, butter lettuce, and some nice roasted black sesame seeds to bring it all together. It's a great mix of textures and flavors, and it all just comes together really well. I think you're going to find that vegan or non-vegan, they're going to love it just the same. All right, give it a try and let me know what you think. Bye, Veg Peeps.